Have you ever wondered how someone with nothing but hope in their heart can rise to become one of the most powerful figures in media history? This isn't fiction. This is the story of Oprah Winfrey, a woman born into poverty, abused, rejected, and left with nothing but her voice, her dreams, and her unshakable belief in herself. This video will take you on an unforgettable journey through Oprah's life, a story of unimaginable lows and breathtaking highs. You'll discover the exact turning points that changed her life, the pain that forged her strength, and the belief that powered her rise from a broken girl in Mississippi to a billionaire icon. Why should you watch this video? Because it will remind you that your past does not define you. Your struggle does not control your future. And if Oprah could rise above her pain, so can you. Let's begin. Born into nothing. January 29th, 1954, Kosciuszko, Mississippi. Oprah Gail Winfrey is born into a world of poverty. Her teenage single mother, Vernita Lee, struggles to even clothe her. Oprah wears potato sacks as dresses. Her home has no electricity, no running water, and no certainty. But what she did have was something no one could take: a voice. Even as a toddler, Oprah would stand in her church and deliver passionate recitations. Her presence demanded attention. She wasn't just a child. She was a spirit trying to be heard. Raised by her grandmother on a farm, she learned to read at an early age. Books became her escape. While other children played, she read the Bible, Shakespeare, and poetry aloud to farm animals. Her imagination built a world beyond the pain she lived in. This was not a life of comfort, but it was a life that formed something powerful: resilience. Key takeaway: greatness often begins in the shadows, unnoticed, unpolished, but waiting to rise. Abuse, trauma, and pain. When Oprah returned to live with her mother in Milwaukee at age 6, her life took a darker turn. She became a victim of sexual abuse by relatives and family friends. It began at 9 years old. By the time she was 14, she was pregnant. Running away from home, she ended up in a juvenile detention facility, but there were no beds available. A small twist of fate that kept her out of the system. The baby she gave birth to died shortly after. The pain of those years could have broken her, but instead, it awakened something fierce inside her. Oprah buried herself in education. She became a top student. Her trauma didn't stop her voice. It gave it purpose. Key takeaway: pain can destroy you, or it can carve out a strength you never knew you had. Finding her voice. In high school, Oprah's talent began to shine. She excelled in speech competitions. Her ability to speak from the heart earned her a scholarship to Tennessee State University. At just 17, she became a news anchor in Nashville, the youngest and the first black female to hold that role. But she didn't fit the mold. She cried on camera. She empathized with stories too much. Executives thought she was too soft for hard news. She wasn't too soft. She was too real. And it would become her greatest strength. Key takeaway: what makes you different may be the very thing that makes you unforgettable. Breakthrough at AM Chicago. In 1984, a small, failing talk show in Chicago took a chance on Oprah. AM Chicago needed saving. Within months of Oprah joining as host, the show went from last place to first. Her style? Empathy, realness, vulnerability. She cried with her guests. She asked human questions. She connected, and the audience connected back. She wasn't hosting, she was healing. Key takeaway: people don't need perfection. They need connection. And Oprah gave them exactly that. The Oprah Winfrey Show revolution. In 1986, the Oprah Winfrey Show was born. It became a global cultural phenomenon. From interviews with abuse survivors to celebrities, from book clubs to political debates, it broke every mold. The show was broadcast in 140 countries and watched by over 49 million people every week. But the secret wasn't just the format. It was Oprah's presence, her ability to listen, to elevate, and to turn the spotlight on issues others ignored. Key takeaway: impact is not in the noise you make, but in the hearts you touch. Becoming a billionaire. Oprah didn't just want to be on television. She wanted ownership. She founded Harpo Productions, her own studio. She became the first black woman to own and produce her own syndicated talk show. She took equity in herself, and it paid off. She became the first black female billionaire in history, but she didn't flaunt it, she used it. Key takeaway: when you believe in yourself enough to invest in your own vision, you change your future forever. Philanthropy and purpose. Oprah believed success meant nothing if it wasn't shared. She donated millions to education and literacy. She built the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for girls in South Africa. She created scholarships, funded shelters, and supported thousands of youth. She gave not just money, but belief. Key takeaway: true success isn't what you earn, it's what you give back. Behind the scenes battles. The world saw the glamour, but behind the curtain, Oprah fought battles. Media critics doubted her. Networks tried to control her. She faced racism and sexism constantly. She took them all on, and she won. With grace, with clarity, with unstoppable confidence. Key takeaway: power isn't loud, it's consistent. Real power doesn't shout, it shows up. Mindset and habits. Oprah's life wasn't luck. It was crafted with discipline. She practices daily gratitude. She reads constantly. She journals. She visualizes her success. She believes in intention over impulse. Her spiritual practices, meditation, and time in nature keep her grounded. Her success was internal before it was external. Key takeaway: mindset is not a tool, it's the foundation. Build it first. A legacy of light. Today, Oprah is more than a billionaire or TV host. She's a symbol of what belief can do. Her legacy isn't built on wealth, it's built on wisdom, kindness, and courage. She showed the world that where you begin does not determine where you end. Key takeaway: legacy isn't built by chance, it's built by choice. One day, one belief, one person at a time. If Oprah's story moved you, don't just be inspired, be activated. Let her life remind you that no pain is too deep, no beginning too small, and no dream too far. Subscribe to Legend Made Hair for more real stories that prove greatness is within you. Like, comment, and share if you believe belief changes everything, because it truly does.